You are now watching Zach Lesage PTCG. Let's get it! Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? Today we are going to be covering over Spiritomb. So Spiritomb, for those who love single prize card decks, for those who love Spiritomb, for those who want to see me play something that's not a tier 1 immediate deck, this video is going to be for you. I mean, I think Spiritomb's a little bit better than most people give it credit for, and recently it's been popping off at some of the tournaments. I think someone played at the Sunday Open, and that's where I got the list from. So shout out to them. Not entirely sure the username. I couldn't really find it when I went back, so shout out to them. If you'd let me know in the comments, I'd totally give you a shout out. Appreciate it. That being said, we are going to be covering over the deck list, some gameplay, my thoughts on the deck. If you want the deck list, it is in the description below. You can copy and paste that right into PTCGO, and we could play along with us. If you're missing any cards for that deck, you could go to PTCGOstore.com, plug in code ZLesage5. So whether or not for that deck or something else, use that code. It totally helps me out, and it will help you out with that sweet, sweet discounts. That being said, we're going to jump into some gameplay, but before we get there, make sure that you're already subscribed. We're currently on our way to 3,000 subs, and I'd love to get it there sooner than later. Beyond that, we're trying to aim for the moon, so as many subs as possible. Thank you. And yeah, let's jump right into this deck list. So here we have it, the Spiritomb list. So Spiritomb, it has its Building Spite ability, so once during your turn, you may put 1 damage counter on this Pokemon. And you might be like, okay, that sucks. Why would I ever want to damage my Pokemon? Well, for Anguish Cry, doing 10 plus 30 for each damage counter on this Pokemon. That can certainly do a lot, and this deck can actually build it up to 310 damage. So that's a lot of damage. How do we get there? Through the Stadium Spikemuth. So whenever a player, active Pokemon, moves to the bench during their turn, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. So how do you move to the bench? A whole bunch. You got Switch. You got Escape Rope. You can use Scoop of Net on the Jirachi. Don't use it on your Spiritomb. That's not going to send it to the bench. There's also Bird Keeper. So a lot of cool things going on here with ways to get to the bench, along with hiding Dark Energy. You can build up your HP even more with Cape of Toughness. The basic Pokemon this is attached to gets 50 HP, except for Pokemon GX. So you can always move to the bench, get those extra things, build up damage counters, and send forward with an Anguish Cry that's doing a lot of damage. There is Jynx here, so Jynx can allow you to move some damage counters around, so you could even hit harder. And then you could target your opponent's Pokemon with boss orders or force them up something with Escape Rope. So overall, this deck's pretty simple in its core, based off of a Jirachi engine, where you're able to just go Stellar Wish, Scoop of Net, send up a Spiritomb, Switch, Escape Rope, Switch, get a bunch of damage in play, and of course, if you just build Spiritombs, you could Building Spite over time. Where does this deck struggle? We're going to find out in this video. I think this deck is going to be pretty strong because it can only attacks for a single Dark Energy. You don't need to really worry about Wonder Slab because Spikemuth is a card, and I mean, overall, it seems like we got a decent bit of stuff going on here, so I think it's really just, this deck's pretty simple. You got the Building Spite, Anguish Cry, ways to build up damage with Spikemuth, and of course you have some draw support around it. Beyond that, it's pretty much everything else that we've been covering on the channel. If you got any specific questions, let me know in the comments below, but let's just jump into some gameplay, exactly see what this deck can offer. So playing a game with Ozzy out of Discord, and today we are playing Spiritomb. We'll see exactly what Ozzy decided to play. I was like, don't play anything that destroys me, please. Fingers crossed. So we're going to go second here. And I mean, starting with a Tomb is not bad. So the whole idea is to build up damage on Tomb and attack hard. You can use Spikemuth as well to kind of abuse the Spiritomb a little bit more. So let's see exactly what we got going on here. So I don't know if we'll be able to knock out the Volk this turn. I think we might be able to, actually. When that player moves to the bench. Okay. So, I always want to double check with things like Spikemuth, make sure that playing it correctly. And it looks like, obviously it's some kind of fire deck. But with so many different fire decks right now, I can't necessarily tell which one it is. Is this a Senna Scorch deck? Is this a Victini deck? Is this even just like a tech against Decidueye? I honestly don't know. So let's see exactly what's going on. Cool. So there's a Calm. And what are they going to get? I mean, I think I'll worry about their turn. Let's worry about our turn coming up. So I want to be able to knock out whatever Pokemon goes into the active spots, if possible. So our goal here is going to be trying to hit as hard as possible with the Spiritomb. What does that mean for us? Probably getting out a Jirachi of some kind with our level ball, building Spite, tossing down Spikemuth, switch, putting us up to 3, Jirachi, putting it down. Like, we're like 1 card-ish away. But we'll have to see what we can get off Jirachi. I think that seems fair. I'm just trying to think of other ideas that we could utilize. I mean, we have Crobat, we have Dedenne, so we'll have to see exactly what's going on with those. So between Crobats, Dedennes, and other things, still can't tell what our opponent's playing. Not that it really matters between like HPs and stuff like that. Okay, so it looks like we're playing against Victini VMAX. So that might be something to note that we don't want to we might want to avoid playing down Crobat. So, something to definitely think of. We'll have to see exactly how the rest of this turn plays out. Because I'm feeling pretty good about what we could do on our turn. I think we can definitely get some damage off. So, there's a Bruno. At least Bruno's a supporter card of some kind. So let's go with a level ball to start off. I'm going to go level ball, grabbing a Jirachi, and I do want to look through the deck to see what we have available. I don't necessarily need to worry about Mew because we're not playing against Rapid Strike or anything like that. Okay, so there's Jirachi. Seems cool. Let's go ahead with Jirachi. Bench that down. With a deck like this, I will use Spikemuth. I will use Building Spite at the end of my turn. So let's go like this. There's that. Let's go switch here. We're going to rip some damage counters with the Spikemuth. And let's see what Stellar Wish brings us. So the Escape Rope might be the card that we're looking for. We'll have to see exactly. I think Escape Rope might be the card that we're looking for. Because we could just knock out, draw 2 prize cards really quickly. I don't want the Jirachi to take damage. So let's go this. And it's when your active Pokemon moves to the bench. So I want to make sure that I'm doing this in correct order. Let's go Escape Rope here. So that means we're really throwing it on Aussie. Do you want your Dedenne to get knocked out? Do you think I could find a Cape of Toughness? And I mean, a turn 1 prize card without playing a supporter seems pretty cool. Let's use Stellar Wish here, see if there's anything good that we want. I mean, I think Level Ball seems cool. So let's go Level Ball. Get out another Tomb. We could start building up some Tomb damage. I am going to go switch here. I don't really care about the damage on the Jirachi. And I'm going to go Bruno. Trying to get an energy of some sort. Certainly found them. So I do need to build up some damage on Building Spite. So make sure that when you're playing this deck, realize how much damage you need at any given time. It can be interesting. Let's go Hiding Dark. Knockout 160 turn 1. So quite a powerful turn. Escape Rope really targeting those things out. And I mean, it sucks to try to do 10 damage with a Victini V. So, yeah, it's one of those things where we're going to try to get those big attacks off whenever possible. So based off Aussie sending up the Victini, I don't necessarily know if there is a switch in their hands or anything like that. I think it would have been a little bit better to go first with the Welder there, just to see, because then we wouldn't have 3 energies. But we'll have to see exactly what's going on here. It's one of those things where whenever my Pokemon is knocked out on the first turn, I'm like, I try to get back into the game, so that's cool. There's a Scoop Up Net. Are we getting knocked out? So there's the Energy Burst. This could really be our turn to take it. So again, with Spikemuth, when your active Pokemon moves to the bench, we're trying to find switching cards if that's a possibility. So we're going to send this up. And we really don't have much that we could do in here. Let's go Stellar Wish first. The research could be incredibly hot. Let's go Escape Rope. Let's go Spikemuth goes in play first. Let's go Scoop Up Net the Jirachi. We're gonna send this up. We're going to send Jirachi back out. We're going to go Escape Rope. Take some damage with the Spikemuth. We have our energy. We have our cape. And let's go Research here first. I think Research is better than using Stellar Wish first. So, I don't know entirely what I want to do here. I think I want to go probably Stellar Wish first. Okay, so I mean, I think we're close to getting it. I just need to find a way out of the active spot in order to get the knockout on this Victini. I am going to go Quick Ball on a Burb Keeper. Seems quite worthwhile. I think the best thing for me to do is, without losing a bunch of resources, is to probably just go Oricorio, because one of our Pokemon was knocked out. See what Dance of Tribute brings us. So it looks like we're not going to be able to get it this turn, because if we go Escape Rope, the Jirachi's going to take damage. We could get it, like, we are one switching card away from being able to get it. So if we're not able to get it with the switching card, that means that we need to properly accommodate for that. And we should, well, I mean, we could also just attack. I think we just kind of vibe out here for a minute. If we get knocked out, we get knocked out. I think that's literally what it is. I'll send up the Oricorio before I send up the Spiritomb. Now, if Ozzy decides to go after a Spiritomb for Spreading Flames or sorry, Energy Burst, that's fine. That's a single prize card Pokemon. It's going to be an uphill battle here. So, we'll have to see. I think next turn we'll probably be able to get it if A, our Jirachi is not knocked out, or B, we might just naturally be able to get it. It depends. That's going to be our third Spikemuth down if they do get out a Giant Hearth of any kind. Now, they've already played 3 Giant Hearth, so I don't think they particularly play the 4th. We'll have to see how it goes. Maybe we'll be able to take down the Reshizard. We can do over 300 damage. Okay. So, we are not getting knocked out this turn. That is interesting. The Fan of Waves does not matter to me. We require 1 energy. That's cool. So we'll have to see exactly what's going on here. So they got Welder. That's cool. They can't really necessarily do much else without, like, with the Welder, without the Welder. So, I mean, we're just kind of, we're kind of vibing here. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a pass. It'd have to be a pass or a switch. Or a Scoop Up Net, I guess, because it is the Jirachi-based version of the deck. Maybe Ozzy's just hoping that I don't have an Escape Rope or a Boss Orders or anything like that. So really just seeing what's going on here. Okay, so we see the switch. Jirachi taking some damage. That's probably not going to matter. And I really just don't know what Ozzy's searching for here with the Crobat. Okay, the Victini VMAX makes a lot more sense. Now, this is a Pokemon that, if I can get another 7 damage counters on, we'll be vibing. But I don't know if we'll be able to get 7 more. So let's send up Spiritomb because we can utilize it the most. Before I do anything else, I think I'm just going to draw some cards with Oricorio. It's going to give me more information about my deck. And let's start off by going Escape Rope. So I can get 2. That puts me at 7. I'm pretty close, actually. Depends on really what they send up here is how I'm going to react to this kind of situation. So, probably just doing some math on what I could possibly do this turn. 8. I mean, I'm feeling like... Let's go Escape Rope next. I don't want to take some damage on the Choreo, but... I am going to go like this. And let's send up... Let's go with... I wish I had another Escape Rope. I mean, I think we're pretty good here. Let's go Retreat into the Oricorio. There's a Building Spite. I mean, I'm feeling okay with this. Let's go switch here. Where is that switch? So we're doing 8, 16, 24, 240 plus 10, 250. 250 is not enough for us to really like deal with a lot. So we're like one-ish card off. I think here we just try to take out the Pokemon that matters the most. Yeah, let's go like that. Let's boss that up. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Maybe I went a little bit overboard with the switching damage. I don't think it necessarily matters. Would have liked to knock out one of those, but again, it doesn't really matter. And we're not really finding our quick balls or level balls this game, so kind of dealing with like loose threads and whatever else this game is made up of. There's a Jirachi, which could be very helpful. There's another Tomb. So, I mean, we're doing it okay. Just going to knock out like a Crobat or something to finish off this game, or like a Dedenne. But if you don't get those Spiritombs down, you're definitely in a rough spot. So we're going to see the Welder maybe built up onto the Zard. I mean, the Zard doesn't need that many things in order to get the knockouts. But maybe we'll see the Oricorio get knocked out. I'm honestly not sure. So, it's tough to play with a deck like this because there's so many options. And I mean, I even could have used Bird Keeper, got an Escape Rope. Like, there's probably ways that I could have sequenced this deck already better. As I play more and more of it, it becomes more and more intriguing on how much can you build up with Spiritomb. Although it does come with its own flaws. So we'll have to see how that goes. It also takes a decent bit of time to decide between switching and stuff, so this deck might be a little bit more with the clock. So just be careful about that. So there's Reset Stamp the 2. You know you hate to see it. We'll have to see exactly what goes on here. I mean, those are not bad cards to get off of a stamp. Okay, so we are we're really only looking for a boss here at this point. Let's go Dedenne to start off. I think that sounds like a good idea. Currently don't have it. I think we actually do have it. So let's go Mewtwo. No, let's go Quick Ball. Discarding a Cape. Let's discard a Cape. Yeah, Cape seems like the better card to discard. So if I grab Crobat here, I can actually just grab it. So let's go Mewtwo and Mew. Putting Boss on top of our deck. We can then go like this. And we do totally have it. So let's go ahead here. I do want to go ahead and try to get as much damage as possible, just so we can see exactly what this deck can do. Let's go retreat into this Mewtwo. Scoop up nets. We're going to go well played. And then we can knock out any of these Pokemon that we want. So we're doing the full 310 damage, which is going to be an awesome way to finish this game. Shout out to Ozzy for playing the game. Super close, but 310 with that Spiritomb. Sometimes you just got to work it a little bit, but it's crazy when it pops off. So we're calling the coin, playing another deck of the Discord with Nick. So he said he has some spicy deck, not to hate, but we'll see if the Spiritomb deck can get by it. All I said was, please don't give me a terrible matchup. We'll see exactly how that goes. I mean, you want to know what? This deck starts pretty well most of the time. So starting off with the Jirachi is awesome. Let's see what we can get going on here. Yeah, we're just going to start with Jirachi. No reason to put down the Spiritomb. We'll give all of our opportunities once we get there. We are going first. Okay, so let's see exactly what's going on here. So this is some kind of Bronzor deck. Cool. I think I'm fine to get a boss's orders in the bank. Seems like a good idea. When it comes to other things, I think we just want to ride those tombs like jet skis. Just get both of them down. We do have the Crobat, Oricorio, all that stuff. We did prize a little bit of energy, not a big deal. Decent bit of everything supporter-wise. We only have 6 draw supporters in the deck, which is going to be a little bit tough, but that's okay. We'll see what we can get off of the Stellar Wish. So, Stellar Wish, let's go ahead and use that. Do I care about Spikemuth yet? I don't think so. I think we could build up enough natural things on board. I have a Cape already. I'm going to grab a Quick Ball just in case I need it. No reason to play it down yet, because I could turn into a Dedenne real quick. I'm going to toss that on, and I mean, I think we're rocking pretty hard. So there's building Spite, building Spites. I think we just vibe out here. So, pretty okay turn. It takes a minute sometimes to play Spiritomb and understand exactly what's going on, but we'll see what Nick's able to pull out here. I mean, I think with Bronzong decks, there's so much cool stuff that can be done, whether it's the Bronzong that... oh, okay, it looks like it's a Bronzong Ditto box. So we got to be careful with what Nick could be doing here. Looks like it's going to be as simple as attaching metal energies from Bronzor to Bronzong and then moving them around. Or moving the Aurora energies around. It does both, so... I'm actually totally cool with the Marnie. Totally cool with this as well. I think that it's best for Nick here to go retreat the Bronzor, get it out of the active spot, because it seems like it's going to be pretty important. Gotta watch out for something like Vikavolt. Vikavolt can do a lot of damage to us, so fingers crossed, we gotta be careful. Okay. Okay, you want to know what? This looks like a great setup from Nick's deck. I can see this deck really working. I mean, we'll have to see how the Vikavolt does in this matchup. I think the 50 damage is going to be really, really hurtful to us, but we'll see. So, just maybe he's deciding where he wants to attach the energy. I know for us that we have access to at least doing a little bit of damage here. I know I could build up some damage counters on this tomb. Maybe I'll just attack. I don't know if the energy is like... Let's see the energy going on there. Maybe building up for a tackle. I think it would have been a little bit better to put the energy somewhere else, I think, but maybe it's just a retreat if they need it for next turn. Honestly, not sure. Let's start off by going Stellar Wish. So Research is going to be the card here, I think. So let's go Research. I'm going to go ahead and... Or actually, you want to... Maybe Yeah, you want to... We are going to go Research. I'm going to go ahead here and switch into this tomb. Not the one with the... Not the one with the cape. Just want to make sure we do enough damage. Yep. Let's go attach here. At this point, I'm fine to drop the Spikemuth. Actually, you want to know what? I don't think there's really much else I need to do. I'm going to go Bird Keeper. So let's go ahead, retreat this. Let's just build up some damage counters here while we have the opportunity. So Bird Keeper. Building up some cool stuff. I'm going to go Level Ball, just start getting another one out. I think that sounds like a good enough idea. I am just going to discard... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and discard this Escape Rope. The reason why is because I'm expecting that we're getting attacked with Vikavolt next turn. So let's go Jynx, and the Vikavolt's going to stop our items anyways. So I think it's going to be a little bit better for me to start moving some damage counters. So let's go Ominous Posture from here to here. I'm not going to do another one, but I am going to build up Building Spite here, just so I have a little bit of an army to attack with. So there's Anguish Cry, we're definitely getting the knockouts. This one's already hitting for 160, so I could self-damage it and hit for 190, or I can move a damage counter around if I really need to. So I mean, I think we got some cool stuff going on with the tombs here, and taking out one of Nick's Bronzors probably can stop a lot of what this deck can do. So I'm certainly not upset at that. So there's step one. There's the Aurora energy. Okay, so he does play Turbo Patch as well. So I was very right about the Paralyzing Bolt. Now, the reason why we didn't do extra damage here is because of Anguish Cry. We want to make sure, or because of the Cape of Toughness, I should say. We don't want to get knocked out by the Vikavolts. So we'll have to see exactly how it goes. Okay, so there's the Turbo Patch and there's the Metal Saucers. Interesting. Let's, I mean, we'll see if the Spiritomb gets knocked out. I'd really like to knock out the Vikavolt. That sounds like a great idea. Just, waiting to see exactly what Nick decides to do here. Might be waiting for me to make a mistake with my damage placements. But it's one of those things where you can't let Spiritomb hang out too long, otherwise it will just Building Spite on its own and do a lot of damage against your opponent. When I say on its own, like, you just can't let this deck have too many extra free turns. So, there's that one. That one's getting bossed. That's probably the one, like, that's giving us access to just getting a knockout. I'm not going to go Building Spite on that one, so let's go Research and try to get an energy. So yeah, we're going to be able to get the energy here really easily. Let's go ahead here and go move a damage with Ominous Posture. Moving from here to, let's say, here. Let's go building Spites. Let's go building Spites. And you want to what? Let's just get another one down and build some Spite on that one too. So feeling pretty good about what we could do here. There's no reason of me... you want to know what? They might play Zigzagoon. So let's just go ahead here. Anguish Cry for way too much damage. And really, we're at 3 prize cards on our second turn of the game. So the one thing that we got to watch out for is maybe Spikemuth. So whenever a player's active Pokemon moves to the bench during their turn, a boss orders would knock this out. So they could take out 2 Tombs. There's certainly some cute plays. Escape Ropes would also be kind of awkward. So I like that Nick sending up the one with the air balloon. I think that's a solid play for sure. There's a Cramorant. Cool. I mean, I don't know exactly which Pokemon's going to be the Pokemon to bring back. At this point, I think it's going to be like Vikavolt. Seems like the best choice to copy. But we'll see exactly which V Pokemon this is going to turn into. I really like Ditto Aurora box. I think it sounds really good. V transformation. Are we going to see that Vikavolt V come back? Yes. So there's a Paralyzing Bolt. That's fine. We already have... oh, we don't have the Knockout on board because we will not be able to do enough damage. That's fine. That's totally cool. So let's send up this Pokemon. I am going to take this time to put Oricorio into play. Now, there's not enough cards that we could play in our hands, so I am just going to use Bruno. So Bruno, this is why it's great in single prize card decks. I think Bruno's amazing here. Nothing we could do with any of those cards in our hand. Let's draw some cards with Dance of Tribute first. Let's go building Spites. Let's go building Spites. Let's not use Building Spite, but let's just go ahead and attack. So we'll get some damage off. That's fine. The Vigavolt's definitely holding us back because we can't put those capes down and go for all of our cool plays. We can't go for our switches. So the Vigavolt does really hurt our chances here of doing well. We're still doing fine, and that's because decks like this seem to have some consistency issues, but it is something where we'll have to see what's going on. Okay, I'm totally cool with the Marnie, by the way, because Nick probably doesn't know that we don't have an energy right now, and that we are looking for an energy. So there we go, getting Marnied right into what we're looking for. I don't think we're worried about the Rhyperior V either. I think it's one of those things where Nick's trying to thin out his deck. Perfect, so we will be able to take a knockout with a Tomb. This one does 70, that's enough. Let's go with that one. At this point, I don't know if there's anything that I need to worry about on the bench that could get sniped. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. So let's just go ahead here. I will go Building Spite because I think it's worthwhile to build up more damage. I'm going to go Building Spite on this one as well. And let's go Oricorio. I probably should have done Oricorio first, but at this point, I'm feeling pretty confident on what I can do. Let's go ahead here, just attach a Dark Energy. And I'm going to just vibe out with the Anguish Cry. So that's enough damage for me to get the knockouts. And now we just need to draw one more prize card. If Nick does reset stamp us, we do have access to the Oricorio. And we have a pretty nice hand here in order to do a decent bit of damage. Like, with one prize card left, that Boss Orders is looking really nice on that Bronzong. So this deck's kind of popping off. I think this deck's a little bit better than most people give it credit for. Still probably more like, it's not a budget deck, as I found out the other day. Or it's not really a budget deck because Tombs are going for quite a bit. I think they're about going like 7 Battle Styles packs each. So it's really hard for players to acquire these cards sometimes. But it's definitely a cool deck. More of a rogue deck, I should say. there's the Cram. What's going to happen? Which Pokemon is going to get knocked out? I mean, I think we could push our limits next turn and really do a lot of damage, to be honest. So we might go with that play. Sorry, Nick, if you're watching this, I'm not trying to BM you or anything like that. More or less just trying to get set up. So the Cramorant there is, I mean, I don't really care which Pokemon gets knocked out, to be honest. Sometimes I just want to push the limits of the decks and see exactly what we could do. I like all the arts that you could play in this deck, though. This deck really looks cool, especially with all these full art Pokemon and the shiny Pokemon. And we're gonna see if we're even gonna be able, if Nick's gonna be able to get the attack off. Otherwise, we just like straight rob this game. Okay, Marnie, that's definitely a step in the right direction. Okay. So at this point, now we know that we're getting knocked out by Drill Run. And I mean, I'm happier that we're getting knocked out. The reason why I'm happy that we're getting knocked out is because we currently, we have game in hands with the Choreo. Technically, we don't have the energy. We don't have the energy. It's just because we have access to Choreo. So let's go up Jirachi. As long as we can find a Dark Energy. I mean, that might be able to help us out a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead here and go for Quick Ball away Spikemuth. That's going to help us out a bunch. I am going to go Mewtwo. Mewtwo's definitely going to get us some things. But before I go Mewtwo, I do want to go Ordinary Rod. I just want to shuffle 2 basic energy cards back. Because I don't really care about... actually, you want to let's do both. Let's get back Double Tomb. As much as it might flood my deck, in case this goes wrong, I want to have access to Tombs. Because I could actually see a situation where we just don't get it this turn and we lose the game. So let's grab back those 3, giving ourselves more Dark Energies to really be able to get. That's all shuffled back up. I'm going to go ahead here because I'm fine in getting it beforehand. Let's go, I mean, there's nothing that I'm really looking for from Stellar Wish. So let's go waste the Stellar Wish on the boss orders. Let's go like this. We'll take 2 damage counters on the Jirachi. That's cool. I'm fine with that. And let's go ahead here and boss up a Pokemon that we know that we can get the knockout on. We have 1 prize card left. Let's boss this up. We currently don't have the energy, though. So let's try to get to that energy point. We will see the top 9 cards of our deck this turn. And we do have the energy. So let's go ahead and give our opponent the Well Played. There's the Dark Energy. And we are able to use Anguish Cry for more than enough to get the knockout. Solid game, Nick. Really appreciate it. Really cool deck. Fun game for sure. And there you have it, peeps. That's what we got going on with Spiritomb. So a couple things that I do want to take of note from this deck. One, this deck does have some inconsistency flaws. While I was doing a lot of damage, it was one of those things where I felt like I was always missing a piece, or that I could just like, it could all fall apart. So something to just keep in mind. Otherwise, I think the deck's pretty cool. Number 2, I think it's one of those things where this deck takes a long time. Out of all the videos that I typically film for my deck, games are like 10 to 15 minutes. These games were approaching the 20-minute mark, and that's before that's before editing. But beyond that, it's one of those things. It does take a while to play this deck. And 3, with decks playing Tool Jammer and other things, I could see this deck getting hard countered for no reason at all. So just be careful. I think this deck is really cool, and I totally recommend y'all play it as long as you have the cards, or it's within your budget to pick up the cards on PTCGO. But it's one of those things, make sure that you just take note of those things and see what's going on. I think this deck's super awesome though. So shout out to everyone who's played the games on Discord. If you ever want to play a game with me on Discord, just let me know. I put in the comments all the time that I'm looking for games, so hop in there. It's in the link below if you haven't already. So that being said, I gotta go. I'm gonna play in the channel Fireball thing today. So at the time of this, I'm gonna quickly edit the video, get all that stuff done, and I wish everyone best of luck this weekend in any tournaments or fun games that they play. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great one. Peace out. I want to give an amazing shout out to all of our channel members so far. We got 22 of y'all, and it's the efforts and everything from everyone is absolutely outstanding. I totally appreciate everyone who's gone more than out of their way beyond just watching my videos and have become channel members, tossing me a couple coins. I'm appreciating it so much. For those of you who might be wondering what is channel members, who are they? Who are these peeps? Well, if you click join here on desktop, you can see what my offerings are. We do have a Discord server. There are special roles for our channel members. You get access to all of my personal deck lists. I mean, I definitely have like 20, 30 plus different decks for different archetypes in there. So check that out if you are a channel member for the deck list package. There is monthly group coaching for those who choose our coach package. And I mean, I toss as many goodies as I possibly can to my peeps. So I do want to give a huge shout out to Ali Plays Pokemon, Xenon TCG, Smart TCG, Slavin Tizik, Joshua Sutherland, Justin C, The Home Junkie, Samuel Stapowski, Yoshi3483, Anonymous, Jake R, It's Lido26, Jake Mall, Tilted AF, Patrick Colding, Hardwood, Joshua Ezel, Jonathan Sampson, The Encrypted TCG, A Theory, Daniel Bertrand, and Last Protect. Totally appreciate everyone who's on this list, and I really look forward to creating more content. You are really fueling my passion. If you are not in a financial position to become a channel member, I totally appreciate everyone who's watching my videos. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to those who do, and thank you so much to everyone who for supporting my channel, either financially or just giving me a like, watch, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks so much, peeps. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you haven't already, it'd mean the world to me if you could subscribe to help support me as a content creator. Thanks again, and have yourself a great one.